Guys, I cannot believe it. What's happened? Like, I'm literally out of my voice. Like, it's literally 4 o'clock at my place, and I could not even celebrate loudly. But I still break my hand onto the wall. I was mad. I lost it. I lost it. I don't know the last time we have had a victory with this much intensity, with this much comeback, with this type of limbs. I can't remember it. Man, that feeling of victory is something I could not even imagine. Like beating Manchester United right now is not the biggest thing, but the way we won, yes, we are in the mud, but when you win like that, that happiness, that celebration is something else. And it was absolute limbs, just unbelievable. Because in this match, we went from feelings to feelings to feelings. And guys, being very honest, we started the game on fire. First 20 minutes, we were 2-0 up. Cole Palmer scoring via the penalty. Conor Gallagher getting the goal. And it was looking like we most probably could thrash Manchester United 3-4, 5-0 today because they were atrocious. We were playing some great stuff. But I knew we were not going to win this game easily. I knew this Chelsea team has bottle in it. And it's tough to say. I want to be positive. I want to enjoy it. But that was ridiculous from Caicedo. That was ridiculous, which I'll come later in the video. And after that, the team capitulated and you were feeling broken. I was feeling broken. I was feeling like I had to rant today to get some feelings, vent my anger out on the stream because I had lost it. There was tears in my eyes today because we were 2-0 up, 2-3, and what else to fight? We drew against 10-man Burnley, and today we were on the verge of losing to Manchester United, one of the worst Manchester United side in the last 20, 30, 40, 50, I don't know how many years. And after being 2-0 up, I was broken. And then in 96 minutes, we made it 3-3. It still did not make me a lot happy because I thought it's just peppering over the cracks. We just get away from it. It's just peppering over the crack because we were absolutely ridiculously bad overall in the second half. Again, what does Pochettino say? Nobody knows. But we were really, really bad in the second half again. And I was broken. I was disappointed. And I thought, okay, we take a point, we go, and we learn from this game. But what happened from this corner kick broke me. That showed you what fan is. You could be 15 in the table, 20 in the table, 5th, 1st, whatever. To see your team score a 99th minute winner is something that will never be eclipsed. To score a 98th minute goal is a feeling that will never ever be eclipsed. That was ridiculous. That was just wonderful. As a Chelsea fan, it's been very rare we see these type of victories because we either get good victories or we just absolutely bottle it. Manchester United side 10 years back came back against us 3-0 down, 3-3. We haven't had this sort of thing we had today. But the Batshuayi goal against Atletico Madrid today was limbs, and we are in the mud. That this victory feels so good. I am so proud of Cole Palmer. He's a sensational, just an absolute sensational footballer. And that comeback, I think that will be for me, that will go down for me for ages because it was not a great comeback. It's not one of the most remarkable comeback, but as a fan, you remember it. As a fan, you cherish this moment. 2-3, 95th minute on the clock, and you go on to win the game 4-3. It is unbelievable. This is the beauty of football. This is the beauty of this sport, that anything can happen in any moment of time. And my brother Pudin Bhai, say a big up to Pudin Bhai, and absolutely see you, my brother. I'm just absolutely proud overall of Cole Palmer. I'm proud that in the last 10 minutes, Noni Madueke came on and they fought. And overall, I'm proud as a Chelsea fan because today the bat flies high. But that cannot pepper over the cracks of another very disappointing performance. But this goal could inspire us for the rest of the season. This goal can inspire the fans. This goal can inspire the team and can help us end the season well. Because if we lost this game today, I think Poch most probably would have been sacked. I think a lot of players will have lost their motivation. I think this win could give them a bit of kick up the backside to believe in themselves and to show that Stamford Bridge is not an easy place to come. Win is a win, absolutely, my brother. And this type of win makes you happy. This type of win is something that lives with you for ages. I can be 70-year-old in stick and I'll still remember 2-3 against Manchester United, 96 minutes on the clock, and we scored 2 goals against Manchester United, who we could not beat at Stamford Bridge for 7 years. And guys who have been Chelsea fans for the last 15 to 20 years, they will know how much it means to beat Manchester United. how much big is his rivalry, how much pain Manchester United have given me as a Chelsea fan, the Champions League final loss, the 3-3 comeback, the 2010-2011 Chicharito to goal. Manchester United have caused me pain in my whole life, and I respect the club. I will never ever say anything bad. I have a lot of respect for Manchester United, but the victory against Manchester United feels really, really good because this is a side who are rivals for me, one of the biggest rivals for me, and to beat them in this way, it makes me really happy. Big up to Predator Gaming, Harsha brother. How are you doing, my brother? Please go, people, and subscribe to his channel. Great creator, and good to see you, my brother. And Williams a win, but I'm still not convinced by Poch. It's still Spursy. I think Poch has still a lot to do, bro. But today, I think along with Poch, because the coaching today in the match was pathetic, bro. Like Pochettino got a lot of things wrong today. But let's be honest, it was Moses Caicedo who started the downfall. It was Moses Caicedo with one of the worst mistakes. And I love every Chelsea player. I love each and every player to bits. But that was poor from Caicedo. Everybody on this channel who has like and subscribed knows how much I love Moses Caicedo. But I cannot forgive him for the mistake he made. That was poor from him. And hopefully he recovers. That Chicharito winner was so sad. My elder brother was enjoying. I was in tears, bro. Manchester United have caused so many tears to us as Chelsea fans from 2008, 10, 11, 3-3 comeback. It's been tears in mostly my whole life, and not beating them in the last 7 years. To beat them in this match, I think it really, really felt good because they was still one of the biggest giants in the Premier League. And to get this victory, which will be remembered for the ages, is something that will go down with me in my life. When I go to my coffin, it will go down with me because, being very honest, this win was special, guys. I lost it. Like, to be really honest, I was not feeling good today. I was watching and I was sad. And see, I do not live in London, so I don't get a chance to go to the stadium. I'm an armchair fan, sadly, but I love this club. I have to go to work today at 9 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock and I'm still awaking because I love this club. And I don't ask victories. I don't ask draws. I even don't ask trophy. What I want is the passion and desire for this shirt. And what I saw today in the last 10 minutes was that victory, the celebration. I absolutely celebrated hard. I never celebrated a goal like this. I could not shout because everybody will be awake at 4 o'clock and I'll get beat up. But overall, effort. I was so proud of the side today. I celebrated. I put this hand on the wall and I was proud. I was proud of that victory. I was gobsmacked. I lost my limbs. I lost my voice. And guys, this has given me another energy. You don't need coffee. You don't need tea. If your team can win matches like this, it really, really makes you happy. And this was just absolutely unbelievable. But again, the big credit for the victory again has to go to Cole Palmer. I really don't know where will Chelsea Football Club be without Cole Palmer in this Premier League table. He has to win the Premier League Best Player of the Season. And I mean it by being absolutely honest. He has been the best footballer in the Premier League this season. The way he dunked on Diego Dalot, I think that compilation will remain as one of the legendary because he absolutely toasted Diego Dalot. And attackingly, he was good. And to take the penalty in the 96th minute of the game, when so much pressure is on you, this man is made of absolute coal, ice, whatever ingredients you say to make a person absolutely steal and not worry about the problems. Because this is a human being who took a 95th minute penalty against Manchester City. He's the same human being today who took the penalty in the 96th minute at Stamford Bridge in a 2-3 loss, and he converted it with absolute patience. I just don't see any nerves in this guy. I don't know what he eats. I don't know what his mentality is, but hopefully I can learn from him and he can advise me in my life because this man is absolutely ice cold. And also, Baba made a history by scoring 111 minutes late. Latest winner in Premier League history. Bro, he has also scored his first hat-trick as a Chelsea player today. That's another landmark, his first Chelsea hat-trick. And this man is breaking record after record after record. He can literally end the season with around 35-36 GNA this season. That's the way he's playing. And I'm so proud of Cole Palmer. And what I'm going to say, Cold Palmer. Cole world-class Palmer. Just absolutely sensational. He's a world-class footballer and I'm not listening anything else. He is a world-class footballer, world-class talent. I'm so proud of him. And I don't know how much credit I can give to Joe Shield, but Joe Shield making this signing has to go down as one of the greatest signings we have made in the last some years, because this man has come in an era where Chelsea are an absolute banter club, but in reality, he does not deserve to be in this banter era. He's a world-class footballer with world-class mentality, with world-class patience, and I absolutely love this man to bits. I absolutely love him. What a damn footballer this man is. What a great footballer. What a great human being, and what a player. The way he tucks with the ball, 16 Premier League goals, 2 less than Haaland, and he's playing in a Chelsea side which has not many great attackers. He does not have a Kevin De Bruyne, he does not have a Phil Foden, he does not have a Bernardo Silva, he does not have a Jeremy Doku, Jack Grealish, and he still is putting up those numbers in a side which is sitting 10th in the league. Just absolutely sensational today again. I can only remember on fingers the bad games he has had. It's like only 1 or 2 games in his Chelsea career where he has been bad. He is sensational for a player at this age. This man is going to go very top class in his career. He has to go in the England team in the Euro. And this man has to win the best player of the season for me, because he has been sensational. Sensational Cole Palmer, whether it comes to controlling the ball, pace, pressing, tracking back, defensive work, which is not something you want from a winger, then the attacking quality, the passing, the shooting, the understanding, the technical quality. He has everything you want from a footballer. He has everything you desire from a footballer. He is a top-class player, a top-class talent. And if anyone comes with you, oh, Cole Palmer is not something, just give him the stats. 16 Premier League goals in his first season. I have a lot of respect for Bukayo Saka and Phil Foden, but they weren't firing in the first season, and they won't be firing in this Chelsea side. Cole Palmer in years will cross them, and he's a top class footballer. If he was playing for some bigger side and putting these numbers, every media will be talking about him. But because it's Chelsea sitting in 10th, nobody gives any really indication of this guy. World class, and he has to be one of the best penalty taker in the league. I love him to bits, and sensational Cole Palmer carrying this side, and we have to win the FA Cup for him, because this man deserves everything. For 45 million, one of the greatest signing we have made, or one of the greatest signing in the Premier League, not just this season, in the last decade. I will say, what a signing for the money we have brought him, for the contribution he's making. Just absolutely sensational for me. And people who are watching, this is a celebration stream, enjoying the win. Please do like, subscribe. Your each support goes a long way in helping the channel. Please like, please subscribe, and please support the channel. It really means a lot. And give me your opinion on the win, Cole Palmer, and overall, how did you feel when the goal went in? Because I lost it. I lost it when the goal went in, and I was so happy. And this has made me feel what football is, the emotion this sport has. Just absolutely sensational. And this type of win, people, can change everything, and I mean it in a very honest way. See, I don't want to pepper over the cracks. It was a bad performance. I don't want to pepper over the cracks. We were 2-0 up, and we nearly threw the game away. Still a lot of questions need to be asked for Moses Caicedo, Pochettino, our defense, and overall, and whatever. But one thing we cannot take away is this victory in this game can change everything. When you win games like this, it can unite the dressing room. It can make everybody unite with each other and fight for each other. Fans now will feel more proud of the players, and suddenly there will be less toxicity and happiness. Suddenly Pochettino has a new lease of life. Can that inspire him? We'll see in some time. Our next match is against Sheffield United, and this win only goes on to show that Stamford Bridge right now is a bit of a fortress. It's not a great fortress. We don't destroy teams, but we get the job done, as it's only going to unite these young players, the taste of victory, to win in the last moments. These are some things you learn on the job. These are some things you learn when you grow as a footballer, and these players are doing it the more hard way. They have faced everything this season. They have played some of the greatest side, drew 4-4, drew 2-2. They have been battered in the league this year. They've got a lot of criticism from the fans and the media. They've got a lot of praise, and today they fought back from a very, very tough situation, and they won the game. 3 or 4 days back, we dropped points to a 10-man Burnley, and today we scored 2 goals in the stoppage time to beat Manchester United. This is special. This was a very big win, and this win can inspire the players to finish the season on the right track, because this victory, it meant a lot, people. It really, really meant a lot. This type of win can change the morale, can change the understanding, can change overall complexion in the dressing room, the complexion of the season. And we are now only 5 points behind Manchester United, who have to play Liverpool this week, and while we play Sheffield. And if we beat Sheffield and they lose to Liverpool, we are 2 points behind Manchester United, who are sixth in the league. Just deep it for a second that we still have a chance to finish in the top six in the league and to win the FA Cup. This is mad. This is mad stuff. And coming to Noni Madueke, and you have to give him credit. He came on as a substitute and he changed the game. He was direct. He was using his both foot. He was dangerous. Yes, it took some unnecessary shot, which I thought, why Noni? Why are you taking a shot which doesn't make sense? But Noni was dangerous when he came on. And again, it makes me question Pochettino that why it takes you 80-85 minutes to change the game. We are watching the game from here and we think now is the time to make a change. We are 2-3 down. Bring Conor Gallagher off and bring an attacker on. Take Mudryk off, bring Sterling on, but it takes him 80 minutes to do that. But finally he did that. Noni Madueke came on and he changed the game. He won the penalty. He was direct. He was tough to handle for Diogo Dalot. And suddenly we had more width. Suddenly we had a proper right winger. And man, oh man, that penalty went really was a big one. He dummied Dalot really well. He was ahead of him and Dalot had no choice but to make the foul. And whatever you can say, that is soft fun or whatever, that's a clear penalty. There's a clear contact, and Noni Madueke wins us the winning penalty. He scored an 88-minute penalty against Crystal Palace. He has been a big player for us this season. Noni Madueke, in some moments we've needed him against Luton Town. And today again, in the crucial moment, he came on from the bench and he won a really crucial penalty. And the penalty that got us the equalizer, and the penalty that led us to get the fourth one and to change everything. That was a really big one. And Noni Madueke has to be given his credit. He deserves to get a bit of starts, because one thing you can say about this guy, see, I'm not jumping the gun. I've already said this guy still has a lot to improve. He still, for me, has a player who still has a lot to learn. He still is very raw, and he still has a lot to improvement to make, because he's still a very young player. But one thing I really like about him is that he's very direct. When he has a ball in his feet, he can use the left foot, he can use the right foot, he can cut inside, he can go to the other side. And this is why he's a very dangerous player who helps combine really well with Cole Palmer, and it really helped us. And today, he has to be given his credit. He did the job for us, and that was a massive penalty win by Noni Madueke. That brings me to now a bit of serious talks, people. And see, man, I'm on my absolute shorts right now, 4 o'clock at my place. I have to sleep as well, but I'm going to celebrate the win and do the stream. And now coming on to a bit of important point to discuss. We have celebrated, we have enjoyed, but now let's come to a bit of serious discussion and see. Again, we continue to make individual errors. The game was going absolutely perfect for us. We were 2-0 up at 25th minute. Mudryk had a chance to make it 3-0, and it was working really well. And I was feeling, could this be the 4-0 victory we got under Antonio Conte? Because we were destroying Manchester United. We battered them in the first 30 minutes. And then Moses Caicedo goes there and makes a big mistake. And see, earlier when Moses Caicedo made this mistake in the season, I blame Pochettino because the build-up was bad. He had nowhere to pass to. And see, yes, I understand the build-up play of Chelsea is not good, but Moses Caicedo has to do better. You need to have a bit of game sense as a player. You are one of the most experienced players in the team right now. You have played in the Premier League before as well. You are one of the most talented player in the league, one of the most talented player in the team. You should have better game awareness. And what Caicedo did there was a very bad mistake from a player of his caliber, from a player of his ability. That was a mistake. He has not made one time this season, 2 times. He has made it multiple times, and that is a bit of worry. You cannot make this type of mistake again and again. And he's making these mistakes mostly every time, and that is a concern with Moses Caicedo, and that changes everything. Suddenly, it gives Manchester United the boost. Suddenly, the shoulders drop with the Chelsea players, and the United go on and make it 2-2, and then everything changes. So again, individual errors. Axel Disasi nearly costing a goal. Badia Shelley, individual error, and that led to the Garnacho goal. Like, we just don't help ourselves. Each goal we are conceding is individual error, and that is a big problem. Against Burnley, Petrovic made a mistake. So it's been mostly individual errors. And if we don't cut this out, we just can't keep blaming managers for it. This is something the players themselves need to improve. We are our own worst enemy right now. And today, credit to, you can say somewhat disrespectfully, you can say, or but like being very kind, Manchester United threw the game away, but overall they had the match in their belly. They had the match won, and we absolutely threw it away with our own individual errors. This is something we have not done just one time this season. We have done it literally 10 to 15 times this season. Our own mistakes, which bite us in the back. We need now to go there again in the drawing board, and the players need to understand they cannot keep on making these foolish errors which they're doing right now. We need to cut out our individual mistakes, and that is the only way we go forward. We need to cut the individual mistakes out, and hopefully when we do that, we start climbing up the table, and hopefully we can finish top 6 and top 7, because we are our own worst enemy right now. We could have been 3-0, we could have been 4-0 up by first 40 minutes, and we are 2-2. Why? Because of our own individual mistakes, whether Caicedo, whether Barashele, whether Disasi, whether sometimes Petrovic, which is very rare, but overall, I think we just don't help ourselves. We could have literally had 10 points more in this league this season if we did not make individual errors. And that is something which really worries me. And that is something I can't even blame the manager. This is something players mentally need to improve. This is something they need to cut out from the game. And Caicedo, I really hope much better from him. He's a top player. And that is something a player of his caliber should not be doing. And coming on to the next one, that is basketball game under Pochettino. And that is what we are doing literally right now. We are playing an absolute basketball game under Mauricio Pochettino. And see, when you try to play this type of football, either you have to outscore the opposition, or you are just going to get 3-3 draws, 2-2 draws, 2-3 defeats. And that's the way we are going right now. Defensively, we have lost the control. Defensively, we have no positioning. Our midfield has no control of the game. And that is a worry. We aren't like a Liverpool. They used to be under Klopp in the early days when they used to play heavy metal football. They used to have top class goal scorers, so they used to get away with it. We don't have a top class goal scorer in a team, bar Cole Palmer. And I don't know why we are trying to play this football, but it is just absolutely rinsing ourselves. We are trying to play basketball football. We are giving each and every team opportunity to put pressure on us, and that is not helping us. Pochettino needs to put a bit of structure in the team. We cannot keep on outscoring oppositions. Our midfield every game has literally got no control. Our midfield in every game literally has no control. Enzo Caicedo are too far away from each other. Gallagher is everywhere on the field, bar in the midfield. And defensively, conceding 2 against Burnley, 4 against Liverpool. Then you go on and conceding now 3 against Manchester United. It is not good. We are conceding goals for fun mostly in every game now. It's too open against us. Burnley could have scored 4 or 5 goals against us. Today, United could have scored 4 or 5 on the counter. We need to improve at transition football right now. We are playing too much of a basketball game. And yes, today, vibes and everything. I'm so proud of the team to get the victory. I'm so happy and I'm celebrating. I've lost my mind because I love this win. This will be one of the greatest wins we've had in recent years. But the structural problem again remained the same, and Poch is not helping himself. When we started the season earlier, he played good football, we controlled the game, and we were defensively better. But as the season has gone on, we have got defensively worse and worse and worse. And if this season we need to put a bit of run of victories, Pochettino needs to get it right. If we want to put a run of victories, Mauricio Pochettino needs to stop playing this basketball football, have some control, have some structure in the play, have some midfield structure. Otherwise, in most games, we'll get outscored and we'll face a lot of problem. And that is something we cannot keep on going forward forever, because at some point, we are going to be caught, and that's going to be very, very bad. Because if we keep playing this football, we're going to get smashed at Emirates. If we keep playing this football, we're going to get smashed at Villa Park and Brighton, because Ollie Watkins, Moussa Diaby, Bailey, you can say Ivan Ferguson, Denny Welbeck, they're going to absolutely cook us. So we need to improve on it. But overall, I'm proud of the victory. But Pochettino needs to balance his basketball football with some control in the game. And that brings me to Nico Jackson. And see, I've always said he's not a great goal scorer. I've again and again said he's not your proper number 9 striker for a club like Chelsea if you even want to go in the future. This is why I want us to sign Ivan Toney, who will cost cheap money. He's a very, very good footballer and can do the scoring part. But what I've always rated Nicholas Jackson from the start of the preseason, that is his dribbling. That is the way he plays, his dribbling, his understanding of the game. That is something I've always loved about him. The way he dribbles with the ball, his link-up play, the way he plays. That is something I've always loved about his game. And this is why I always say that Nico Jackson is a brilliant footballer, good on his feet, links up well. Today, in the goal we scored, in the second goal where Cucurella won the penalty, it was all because of Nico Jackson's hold-up play. Against Manchester City, his flick was the one which got us the goal. He's a brilliant footballer. He scored a good goal against Leeds United, and I really like Nico Jackson as a footballer. And in future, if we have an Ivan Toney, if we have an Victor Osimhen, Nico Jackson can play behind them or even on the left wing, and he can be a top player in those positions. But overall, he's not a good finisher, and he still has a lot to improve in those departments. But he's a brilliant footballer, and again today, when it comes to dribbling, hold up play, he was really good again today. And people watching, please man, do hit the like and subscribe. Each support goes a long way in helping the channel. Please do it. It really means a lot and can go a long way in helping the channel. And again, we are enjoying the victory, and your support, each like, it really helps a lot, my people. And now, coming on to the next one, that is Moses Caicedo. And let's be honest, he needs to improve massively. See, I think Caicedo was having a really good game up till that point. He was doing really well, intercepting well, carrying the ball really well. And I think in the recent 1 or 2 months, he has performed well for us. I'm not saying he has performed amazing. I'm not saying he has been absolute top class. He has been great or something like that. I'm not saying that. The only thing right now that I'm trying to say is Caicedo in recent 1 or 2 months has really improved. He has gone on to do better. He has improved in his confidence, and then he makes mistake like these. The problem with Caicedo is that this season, this mistake is not the first time he's made this mistake. He has made this mistakes numerous times, and that is something he has to improve in his game. Yes, Pochettino has to take the blame that our structure, our build-up is not that good, but Caicedo is a, you can say, a talented footballer. He has played at this level for so long. He has been in the Premier League last year as well. He knows this league really well. You cannot make passes like that. You need to have more awareness, and that 2-1 suddenly changes everything. It changes the game complexion, and then we are done. So Caicedo has to improve massively. I still really rate him. I think he's a very good signing, but these are something he really has to improve. And that takes me to Cucurella, and I think Cucurella was much better today. That was much better from Marc Cucurella. That was much better today. He drove with the ball well. I think overall he won a penalty. There was a very good play from Marc Cucurella, which you want to see from a left back going forward, trying to attack and winning with fouls and penalty. I think he defended really well, especially in the first half against Anthony. In the second half, Bardeshele never helped him. But overall, I think Cucurella did a much better job today, and this was a much better performance. I still don't believe he's a good left back for us in the future. Same with Chilwell. I do think we need to sign a left back, but the way Cucurella has played right now, he's been better than Chilwell. And today for me, he played a fine game, so he deserves his praise. I think he did a good job today. He was much better, but yes, he has to do even more better than this. And again, defensively, he was not bad, but he was not absolute top class. But he did his job. Attackingly, he won a penalty, and I'm overall happy with Cucurella performances because he has been way better than Ben Chilwell. And now coming on to a bit of controversial topic. See, I love Petrovic. He's still a best keeper right now. He has been really good, and that is not to do with the mistake he made in the previous game. These things happen. My only problem that I've got with Petrovic overall is I think his sweeping work is not good, and this puts a lot of pressure on the team. We cannot play from the back. We cannot build up from the back, and that is a problem we face under him because he's not a goalkeeper that builds us really well. Today there were so many opportunities where he could have made a simple pass like Onana was doing, but he made overheated pass. And you can see if you were watching the match closely, you could have seen Enzo Fernandez being really angry with him in some occasions because he was putting the long kick so far away that no Chelsea player could get to it. His kicks were not good today. His passes were a bit heavy today, and he's not a sweeper keeper. He's a very good shot stopper, and that's it. He is not a good sweeper keeper, and that is something he needs to improve in his part of game. If we need to go forward, and he needs to go forward, and there's no doubt the Sanchez for me is not good enough for Chelsea. We need to keep Petrovic and sign another goalkeeper for me, but that's not happening with the money we have spent. And this is a bit of important point. And bar Cole Palmer, I don't think this team has any leadership right now, and that is a concern because when you concede a goal to go to 2-1, the captain in the team says, guys, calm down. It's 2-1. Nothing has changed. We take it to halftime, we keep it 2-1, and then we get the 3-1. And absolutely everyone felt us. And we go on and we concede a 2-2. Then in the second half, the person says, come on, calm down, let's not concede a third, let's control the game. But the team again throw it away. Individual mistake after individual mistake. Disasi, Badiashile, Caicedo, Petrovic with poor passes, and it went on and on and on and on and on. And you keep on thinking there's no leadership in the team. Cole Palmer, who himself right now is a really young player, and that is a big concern. And Thiago Silva is not playing right now, and I still don't think he's an absolute top leader. I think we need to sign some leadership this summer, and leadership doesn't mean signing players above 30. It's about players who have been at the top level and done it. We need to sign some top players who have been at this level and done it, because this team lacks some maturity. Whether against Luton Town, where we literally could have given a 3-0 lead away, whether against Burnley against 10 men when we were 2-1 up, and today when we were 2-0 up, this team lacks maturity. They don't know how to handle a winning position, and for that we need some leadership, and we need to gain some leadership into this team. And that brings me to player ratings. So people watching, please like, please subscribe, and please support the channel, or each support to this channel goes a long way in helping the channel. And first coming out to Petrovic, and for me, Petrovic for me has to be a 6. Again today, I think he made some fine saves, but his sweeping was not really good. He wasn't for me tested a lot. So I think with Petrovic, I have to go with a 6. It wasn't tested much today. So with Petrovic, I'm going with a rating of 6. That brings me to Malo Gusto, and again, he has been one of the best players we have had after Cole Palmer. Still a far distance away, but he has been one of the best players we've had. He has been sensational as well. I think today was a bit of an iffy performance from a player of his quality. Attackingly, he was dangerous. Attackingly, I think he did a good job. But defensively, I don't think he was at his best. So I think with Malo Gusto, I can only say fine display, not one of the best. But attackingly, again, he was dangerous. He was not handleable for Darlow, and he did a really good job. So for Malo Gusto, for me, it has to be 6. Excel Disasi, I think again a 6. He made one poor mistake, but he recovered for it. And other than that, he was still the best centre-back we had on the pitch, because Badiashile was atrocious. So I think Disasi for me was a 6. You go on to Badiashile, and I think he has been really poor. And see, I'm not saying sell him. I still trust in his talent. But what I'm going to say is at least drop him. Bring Thiago Silva back. Because right now, Badiashile looks a player that is absolutely bereft of any sort of confidence, any sort of understanding. He's bereft of any sort of understanding under the manager's tactics, and he's making mistake after mistake. His positioning is wrong, and I think it'll be better for him and as us as well if we drop him and bring him from next season, because he's making mistake after mistake. I still wish that we play him against Sheffield, we win the game, and he regains his confidence. But right now, each and every match goes by, and he's at least making 2 mistakes each and every game. And that brings me to Marco Kurella, and I already said in the video earlier, I think that was a much improved performance of Marco Kurella. That was much better from a player that I still think has to do a lot to prove, and I still believe we need to move on in the summer. But I'm happy the way he's playing, and I think today he was much better than Ben Chilwell, and he did his job. And for me, this is why I'm going to give him a 6. Caicedo, up till that point, he was having a very good game, but that mistake was unacceptable. And after that, he just lost it. He remembered that mistake again. He was not happy, and it played in the part in his performance. So I think Moses Caicedo for me has to be a 4 player rating. He was not bad in the first 30 minutes, but that mistake was absolutely unacceptable. And after that, he lost his head as well and rightfully substituted. Enzo Fernandez for me 6, did his job, assist for the corner, and I still think he controlled the game really well. But the midfield was absolutely empty. Caicedo, Enzo, Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro. It was a match where no midfield existed. It was a defensive attack. And this is why for me, Enzo again was a 6. Fine job, not great, not bad. But the manager is not helping the midfielders with the structure he's playing, because we play a basketball game under Pochettino. Attack, quick transitions, heavy metal football. But we don't try to have any sort of control in the game. And that doesn't allow for players like Enzo Fernandez to play at their absolute potential. If Pochettino continues to play this basketball football, quick football, pressure football, chaotic football, basketball football, is not going to help players like Enzo Fernandez. And if we won't have any control in the game, it's not going to help us anytime soon. And that brings me to Conor Gallagher. I think that goal was a big one. I think the first half he was really good, but in the second half, I think Conor was really poor. I think in the second half, I don't think he played a really good game. So for me, for Conor Gallagher, he has to be 6. Please, people in the comment section, let me know your player ratings of the match as well, because it really, really means to me a lot what you people think. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Your each support goes a long way in helping me, people. Please do it. Your each support goes a long way in helping the channel. So for me, Conor Gallagher has to be a 6. And Palmer, sensational, world class. I have nothing more to say for this footballer. The best footballer right now in the Premier League. And I'm absolutely proud of him. Top class. Like, this man doesn't feel any pressure to score the penalty in that minute when everybody in the stadium was nervous. 96 minutes, and to hit it that calmly. We have got a gem on a hand, and that is Cole Palmer. Modric, for me, flashes of brilliance, but again, there was no end product. He had the flashes of brilliance, he had the flashes of like showing his ability, but overall, again, the end product in his game is not there, and that's the reality with Mykhailo Mudryk. That's the reality. We have to live it with Mykhailo Mudryk. And that brings me to Nico Jackson. I think Nico Jackson, for me, people, has to be a 7 today. I think he did a very good job in the second goal of Cucurella, where we won the penalty and Palmer scored it. He had played a big part. And again today, in terms of build-up play, he got better of Maguire. He was really, really good. It's just the final part of his game, the finishing, which is lacking. Today, he did not get much chances. But overall, I still trust in his talent. And I think with more patience and more time, he's a brilliant footballer, and he can be a very good shadow striker or a left winger in the future. He is not a number 9 for me. He's not a traditional number 9, but he is a player who can play just behind the striker and do really well. Noni Madueke came on for the bench and made an instant impact, won the penalty, and I think he was really adventurous today. He looked really, really dangerous, Noni Madueke, and that made me really, really happy, because he's a player who's direct and he can always bring changes in the game. And the Raheem Sterling came on, nothing much, and in the end, we got the job done. So guys, in the end of the video, I'm going to give my final review of the game. Please like and subscribe. Your each support goes a long way in helping the channel. Please, people, do it. It really, really means a lot, because your support goes a very, very long way in helping the channel. And I have to say, what happened today was absolutely unbelievable, guys, because today the match was about feelings. Today the match was all about feelings. Today the match, people, I have to say, there was contrasting feelings. The match started, we scored the early 2 goals. I was happy and I was thinking we're going to smash Manchester United. And then we went on, we gave the lead away, we bottled it. And then I was thinking, 3-3 draw, I don't feel much. I was broken, I was crying, I was sad. 4 o'clock at my place, and I was sad and disappointed. And then we got a 3-3, and I thought, okay, we get a draw, we move away. But again, big question on Pochettino. And then we went on, we got the goal, we got the winner. We went on to win the game 4-3. And that limbs, that feeling of late goal, that feeling of a 97th minute winner is something I can't even describe, people. On that note, I end the video. Up the mighty Chelsea. I'm feeling sleepy, so I can't continue, people. It's 4:20 in my place, but that is what I do. That is what we Chelsea fans do to love a club, and that's what every football fan around the world does when they love their club in each and every way, in their capacity. They try to do the best to support the club. Up the mighty Chelsea. Please, people, like and subscribe. Wishing you the best. Up the mighty Blues.